It's Queen Sensitivity, and I am here to do a cosmic energy update. Doing a live is much easier. Hopefully, it goes well. I'm trying to make sure there's no echo because it was an echo last time, and that echo caused me to not have any good audio on my last live video. But this is the best option because I want to get these messages out and I don't feel like waiting and exporting. So right now I feel a bit nervous about, I don't know, just being here. I feel like there's a nervousness energy, but it might just be me connected to my divine counterpart. But I did want to talk about something first. I wanted to talk about it a while ago, but I haven't had the window of time to be able to do that. And today I have it. So there was this tarot reader, or just, I guess, channeler, that I really liked their messages, or her messages. And but she wasn't really reciprocal. Like, I would always support her and shout her out and like leave comments under her posts, and she never did the same for me. And I always felt, even though her messages were very I guess resonating, I always felt this little pinch of like commercialization. I don't really like readers who try to be like overly commercialized and overly trying to just like build a platform, because that's not what it's about. It's about, sharing from the heart, and if that's what it's about for you, that's fine too. But, it's not my thing. I don't like to listen to people like that. But I really tried my best to support this person. And then finally, I was like put into a situation where I was kind of forced to confront this issue that I had been avoiding by trying to keep like the sisterhood together. I don't know. But basically I commented under one of her videos, and I was saying, I'm too tired to post right now. So I'm glad that you were able to deliver the messages that I've been getting. And I was saying how it was nice because of the one consciousness of source of God. And it's the same message, and it's sent to multiple different people. And some people get them out, and some people share them just with their frequency. And I wasn't able to do that because I was tired and I was having a lot of like belching and digestive system. And this reader commented under my post. What did she say? She said, "I'm never too tired. When spirit has a message, I listen. Glad you connected." And I don't know. At first, I just laughed it off. I was like, haha, good for you, I guess. But then I came back because I felt like it needed to be shared from, just from the collective and for the divine feminine. And one of the reasons I know that, I hope this is making sense, one of the reasons why I knew that this was kind of a slight, like a low-key, like, I'm better than you type of thing, is because I've done that several times. I think it's just one of the things that happens when you're a very sensitive person and you don't really fit in with a lot of the world. And so any chance you get to like prove, that you're cool too, you do your best to do it. And I've done that many times. So I just want to say that this is how I know what it was. And I commented that I really don't like how there are people who are in positions that they're supposed to be channeling, and they are, channeling from source and doing things for the good of, themselves and the collective both. A lot of dragonflies. And they still try to make it like this competition comparison thing of like, I'm more spiritual than you, or I'm more dedicated than you, and I really don't like that. And the message that I was getting from spirit is that the divine feminine, and this is within everybody, has to get to the point where she is clearing out any people, any persons that are not, and I see two people walking back there, any people, any persons that are not reciprocating to the divine feminine, because she gives and she gives and she gives, and the divine feminine is supposed to be all about, receiving. And anyway, in all people, there's supposed to be a balance. Um, but yeah, even just the smallest things, the smallest people that you are connected to and sharing your energy and your frequency with, who are not reciprocating to you, who do not see you as their equal, who do not feel that it's important when when you are supporting them, to feel obliged to support you as well. So that's something that I feel. And I feel like, from what I've heard from other people, that this is kind of coming up a lot in different situations where they're tasked with cutting off anything, anybody who is not reciprocating equally, where there's not an equality, a 100% support kind of deal. It's a duck over here, hopefully. I don't have no food for it, which I think is good because I don't want him to come bother me while I'm recording. But it's so cute, little baby. Okay. What else? The divine counterparts. There's a lot of stuff going on with them. Like yesterday, I felt like it was like an active sort of thing, at least for me anyway, and then it shifted to now it's active again. So I think we'll just get some messages in general. I've heard a lot about the root chakra today, so family and really healing the family system, family dynamic. So I have these medicine woman tarot deck cards. Oh, I've also been feeling a lot of like throat chakra activations. I had trouble earlier, like using my throat chakra. So I feel like a lot of confessions, clarity is about to become apparent. And right now I keep feeling this kind of like blocking energy, like to hold on and wait. So I don't know if somebody's wondering whether or not to do something. Patience is required, but also have a good sense of like what that feeling of wait, like where it's coming from. Is it coming from spirit? Is it coming from your inner knowing, your inner truth? Or is it coming from this fear of not wanting to risk something, not wanting to mess up something or get something wrong? What's this energy, please? Can you tell me about it? Please. But anyways, it was two situations like that where I felt like with people that I was supporting, they weren't giving back to me. And after I confronted both of these situations, I felt much better. So be safe, of course, protect yourself, but also speak your truth when it's time. So the messages we have for today, this was in reverse, the devil card, which is the trickster energy. This is kind of what I was just talking about. It's this feeling that I'm feeling right now where I feel like somebody like is not wanting me to 844, not wanting me to share these messages, and like, I don't know, trying to persuade me to stop. But I waited a long time to share these messages, and I felt very called to come here today. But it's different than I expected. And so I also feel like a message from spirit is like, just go for it. And then even if it isn't what you thought it was going to be like, or doesn't feel like you thought it was going to feel, just wait, because I don't know if you hear that bird. Just wait, because you did do the right, like you did follow the right guidance. You're in the right place at the right time, and miracles are going to happen, even if it doesn't feel like the right choice. I'm hearing now, like if you quit your job, or took off for a month for your job, or decided to go for a vacation, or dumped this person, or stop, I don't know, whatever you did, you might feel like guilty or this tinge of regret afterwards. But like spirit is saying, like, hold on, because I don't know, is my camera getting darker? Hold on, because it was the best choice for you. and it's gonna reveal itself. So just like stand firm. Next we have, yeah, stand firm. They have the Ace of Stones with Ace of Pentacles. Wow, so beautiful. It's like, yeah, you've been guided. If you've gotten multiple signs like I have, like I feel like recently I've gotten multiple signs about whether or not to take some sort of action. Because right now I feel is a good action time with Leo season, and you know, the sun and the divine masculine and the Lionsgate portal. But it's action, I feel, that doesn't look like a very big action. It doesn't seem to be very productive or transformative. Like, it's this illusion of it not seeming to be something that it actually is. And it looks like when you climbing this ladder, all you're gonna see is like the dark part. And then until you get to the top, that's when you'll see like the light. Oh, you know, I was on the right track. Like, I was going towards something. Just keep going up the ladder. Because at the top, look at this big old diamond being gifted to you by God. But yeah, that's how I feel. And the diamond represents, you know, diamonds are forever, that song, or whatever, whoever sang that song. But I feel like the diamond represents eternity. When you know, start taking risks, that's when you're exercising your freedom as a divine, you know, being, as a beautiful, miraculous soul. You know, that's you saying, you know what, no matter what, I am free to be myself. I'm free to live my life in integrity. And the more you exercise that freedom, the more you're activating that freedom. Let me see if I can get like an example. I don't know. Like, I don't know, the more like you keep diving into a pool and like risking drowning, like the better swimmer or better diver you'll be. Of course, be safe. I don't want nobody jumping in pools who can't swim, but you know, I mean it metaphorically. That's what's happening. So I asked about this energy of not wanting me to speak. We have the Two of Wands in reverse, the Seven of Cups, and the King of Wands. There's a nipple in one of these pictures. So we'll just start with the Two of Wands, which is a card that I keep seeing. I keep seeing it and hearing a message around it. These ducks are so cute. They're like turning over their little heads into the water, and like their little feet like come up behind them, and they're like, what? And so it's like literally diving in. Obviously they're searching for food. But I don't know, I feel like it's with this, I kept getting the message that this is somebody like waiting and wanting to talk to you. But with it being reversed, I feel like with the ducks diving in, it's this call to action of somebody who you have been, this is strong, somebody who you have been waiting to get out of that pause mode, to get out of, like I was saying, the inactive mode into the active mode. And I feel like you can feel this in your field, especially if this person is like a divine counterpart, or I don't know, your child, or somebody that's close to you who you have not spoken to in a while, but you've been feeling energetically more and more. Yeah. And I feel like this is definitely a divine counterpart, but it doesn't have to be, since this is a general energy update. I do feel like it's a divine counterpart because there's these two people here, and then this is also the King of Wands, which is about passion. And passion can be associated with sexual or sensual passion. So this is somebody who is reclaiming their passion for you, because it's been something, some interference, some bad jazz that was like, I don't know, just like making them put it on the passive mode, put it on like autopilot. I feel like they've been on autopilot. I've been watching the show Hijack on Apple TV. And it's now like, you know what, I'm not gonna deny these passions and these emotions that I feel for this little duck, that I feel for, you know, you. I'm gonna claim it. It's like they're gonna sit in this seat now. But then with this Seven of bowls, it's usually about making a lot of choices in like the traditional tarot, but not in this one, not in the Medicine Woman tarot. It's like they've chosen their one choice and they're just waiting on like or like it's in the middle of these waves and these dolphins. So this action or activation has already started already. I felt it yesterday, but depending on who you are, it'll be different for you. But I feel that it's already been triggered or, activated, and it's in the waves of change. The waters are shifting now. Okay. Anything else, I think? I really like this deck. Anything else you'd like to say for the collective? Jeez Louise. Okay. This one fell out. 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Stones. So there is this sense here of, ooh, look at the diamond. I mentioned a diamond earlier. Where is it? Look at this. I was like, once you get to the top, once you like jump and make that decision that you was trying to make, at the top is going to be this eternal diamond. And then look at this one. It's like somebody went and talked about this diamond with you. So I do feel like that. Oh, hey, Amber. So sweet. I do feel like this is some sort of divine counterpart, but like I said, it's general. So just whoever in your life you feel like this is, but it's somebody who has been like talking about you to God, talking about you to spirit, to source, and like, what can I do? How can I ground this? I almost said gown. I don't know. How can I ground this, and like trying to see how they can get you this little jewel here. I don't know if you can hear that. But it's definitely something like going on behind your back or like without you knowing, in the best way possible, like a surprise. And this is something that's very physical, very material, because like I said, this is a Stones card and this is a Stones card. This is something that's happening in real life. And I feel like you've already felt this shift. For me, it was a lot with my sacral chakra. That's why I didn't go on last night, even though I posted. I was like, I'm going to do a live in about 2 hours. It didn't happen because I feel like I was going to throw up. Like, I was so nauseous. I'm still a little bit nauseous now, but obviously much better. So it was a huge, like, punch to my sacral chakra to, like, get it reactivated. So if you felt that, or you felt, like, heated. I keep hearing the song Heated by Beyonce, like hot, sweaty, or just like really like, I don't know, anxious, restless, like not wanting to move around. And what other two? These other two cards came out, the 6 of Stones. So again, as I was saying earlier in this live video, balance, harmony. 6 is the number of love. And it's the number of love I feel because it's balance, it's reciprocity, it's equality. No more imbalances in any area of our lives in terms of relationships and connections. And with this being Pentacles again, this is, like I said, this is happening in the physical life. It's no longer this energy that you feel and nothing happens with it. It's something, it's actually being moved and shifted out of the way. And with this person in this card, like putting in stones into the water and watching them float away, it's about trusting that the moves that you made, or the moves that you made, or the investments that you made, or the guidance that you took, you actually follow through with the guidance you were given. You have to trust that it will be moved in the right direction according to the water, which is source and divine alignment. Finally, we have Teaching Lodge of the Arrows. So I believe this is the King of Wands. Might be the Queen of Wands. I never know with these cards. I don't think it really matters too much, but here it is. So a lot of teaching, a lot of lessons. And I think with the arrows, which is the pipes, the wands. No, the arrows is swords. I always get mixed up with this one. The swords is about air, the mind. I always associate swords with speaking, whether it be like verbally or non-verbally. but definitely I associate the swords with truth coming out, and this is like the teaching lodge of the truth, and these like students looking up to this person. So I feel like this is the different versions of you looking up to like the version of you now, or like your higher self. I feel like now you're really embodying like your future self, or like your past selves are looking up to the you now, and you're like rallying yourself up to speak your truth in all ways. um it's about, like I was saying, verbally and non-verbally, it's about more than just like going to your boss and sticking it to them or whatever, or speaking up to yourself in public. It's about the thoughts that you tell yourself and how you talk to yourself. Do you lie to yourself and, tell yourself that you're not good enough, or that something is impossible? Do you tell yourself that, it's not a good time right now to cry or be emotional? Or do you tell yourself the truth that, if I am feeling like this, then it must be the right thing to do. It must be the best thing to feel. Like, are you justifying yourself, or are you gaslighting yourself? And I feel like you're teaching those old traumatized parts of you, the parts of you with like PTSD and just wounded, you're coaxing those parts of you to stand up and be brave, and also to let go of any previously held limitations. This is fascinating. I feel like I didn't have nothing to say when I first came on here. And I'm like, oh, oof. Hopefully I don't get like burned by the sun. I put on, what's it called? Vitamin C serum, but I didn't put sunscreen on my arm. I think we're gonna get a Rumi Oracle card. That's what I'll do. It's pretty hot, but it's not the hottest day. It's certainly not the hottest it could be. And I'm close to the water, so that always cools it down. Please let me know if I am like audible, because like I said, I've had technical issues before with the audio on live videos, but I have no choice. I had to cancel my subscription to my video editing software because I couldn't afford it. So it's fun, I feel like any limits that have been placed on me in the 3D have like allowed me to be more expansive in other ways. Like now I do more live videos because I don't want to edit it. I can't edit long videos anymore because I don't have the software. I'll get it back soon. Whenever it's time, it'll be time. But I feel like that's one of the messages from Spirit. If you've been experiencing any like financial barriers, or you're not able to do something or go somewhere, it opens up something else for you to do. And I think, well, from my experience anyway, it's been better like than what I planned. I'll just say, for example, for my birthday, like way before my birthday, I was like, oh, I'm gonna save money and I'm gonna somehow like get a hotel room, and I'll stay in my favorite area like for like 3 days or so. And I feel like if I would have been able to afford to do that, I would have been miserable. Oh, look, thank you so much for saying that it's quiet. I'll try to speak louder or bring this forward. My volume is all the way up, but thank you so much. Basically, as I was saying, if I would have gotten my way in terms of like what I wanted to do for my birthday, I know for sure I would have been miserable, because it would have just been me by myself in a hotel room, like, I don't know, just staring at the wall, and I would have felt lonely from like all the people in the strange area that I was in. So I'm very grateful that I didn't have access to that possibility. And I'm glad that I stayed at home, because I had a much better time being at home. That makes sense. And I hope that I'm able to be heard better. But my volume is all the way up. I don't know what's wrong with these things, because it's not a lot of noise out here. The wind ain't even blowing hard. So we're going to get cards from the Rumi Oracle Deck. Oh, shoot. Did something bite me? I'm not. Just to reiterate, limits are actually introductions to limitlessness. All right. Ooh. Ah. Okay, okay. So we have the Sacred Union card. Oh, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you're watching. And then I also have on the bottom of the deck, the impossible made possible. And what did I just say? I literally just said that. I just said that like limits help you see how you are limitless. Like what I do often now is whenever I fear something, like, I don't know, something about my car or like my job not coming through, I sit in there and I try to imagine the scenario playing out. And then I think, no matter what the scenario is, at the end of it, I will still have myself. I will still be able to be with myself and remind myself everything is going to be okay. No matter what, at the end of anything, I'll be okay. And so this is what I feel like Spirit really wants you to believe, because it's, as I was saying earlier about the diving, like the more that you risk and exercise the freedoms that you have as a cosmic soul, the more that those freedoms will be activated. It's like the more that you risk and say, you know what, today I feel really called to spend, I don't know, $100 on this thing. It could be anything. Even though, maybe next week you really need that $100. You trust guidance and you spend the money. And like now that you've gone against like that false fear programming, the abundance is able to come in more because you're no longer maintaining and believing in that program. I hope that's making sense. But it looks like here, oh, it's like a little woman on here, and it kind of looks like the moon, but it's like a woman. So something else that I want to say, and like also just base it off of your own intuition. You don't have to listen to me or believe anything that I say. But something that has, and these two ducks are coming my way. I don't know if they're gonna come over here. If they do, I'll put them on the camera. It's a brown and a white duck. So I have been seeing stuff about the moon all the time, and how the moon is a satellite that's been placed up by the negative alien agenda in order to distort. Man, these ducks are cute. In order to distort and manipulate, the womb, the sacred womb, and also sacred sexuality. Like I said, believe whatever you want, but since it's coming up here and it looks like this woman is like coming out from this like moon, it's like the sacred sexuality, the sacred womb is being healed and fully freed, and it's being like, I don't know, turned towards the light of this cosmic kind of pool. And I don't know, and it's also, it looks like an earth too. I just feel like freedom, which is basically the whole message. The impossible made possible. The less that you believe in impossible things, the more that everything becomes possible. And I've seen this in my life. I'll go ahead and share some stories because I feel like I'm here to testify. But basically, so it was my birthday, and like I said, I didn't have like that much money, but I had like stuff to get. One of them was gas. And I was like, Spirit, you told me, because you told me to like take off work and not do so much of 3D matrix work. And I did. And I was like, you ain't brought me no money. Like, where's the money? But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and get the gas on my credit card and I'll just be in debt. And as I pulled up to the gas pump, there was this man there. And I felt like I knew somebody was gonna be there because I was like on my phone in my car for like 5 minutes or so. And when I finally got out, this man was just like, oh my gosh, like you're so beautiful, like what's your name? And I told him it was my birthday. And he was like, what can I do for you? What can I do? And I was like, can you give me some gas? And he paid for my gas. And like right before I got out of the car, I had just been like arguing with Spirit about like where my money at. And then like after that, I went to get something else I needed to get. And when I got there, they were like, oh, we'll give it to you 50% off because of this sort of birthday discount. And like that like kept happening. Even at the end of the day, I needed another sun visor for my car because it's really hot here. and if you don't block the car, it can like melt your seats and like mess up things. And I was like, my thing was kind of broken, and I was telling my mom, I was like, it's on my list of things to get, when I have the budget to go and get another one. And she was like, oh, we have one already in this car here. And she got out and she got me like this brand new sun visor that's like way better than the one I had. I think it's like more expensive with better cloth. And it's like, this is my, I don't know, proof to you, because I'm telling you, like, the less that you keep on believing, okay, I'm gonna fail and I won't have enough, and if I don't do this, then nothing can happen for me, the more that nothing will happen, that you want to happen anyways. And the more three little ducks coming up here now, little cutie patooties. And the more that you believe in the impossible, that's you creating the impossible, because you are a divine creator. What? I just cracked this open and look, it's the lovers and the beloved. And the other card that I had earlier is sacred union. So lots of divine unions. I'm gonna show the ducks because I feel like they want to be seen. Hold on, y'all. My phone not like too high. Look at them. You on camera? You on candy camera? Hey, don't come over here. I ain't got no food. I don't have none. But y'all look cute. Look at y'all want to be on camera. Okay. Hopefully y'all can see the ducks. Okay. So with them coming over here, and then 3 ducks, and then these sacred union cards with our 35 and 19. They're so cute. I don't have no food. I feel like that's the divine, that's the power of 3. That's you, and then your divine masculine, your divine feminine, and source coming together for the omni love. I'm trying to watch them, because one time one of these ducks pecked me on the leg because I didn't give them no food. I don't have no food. But yes, that's the 3. So it's like the divine masculine, divine feminine, and then the both, the omni love. And this is them in divine union. It's really hard to focus. I don't want to like scare her off, but like, go away. I can't see you. If you move from under the table, I'll be fine. Don't cluck my leg. I'm telling you, one of them clucked my leg one time, and like the other one like walked and brushed up against my leg, and I'm like, I don't know what y'all got. Y'all cute, but you can't be passing on no germs to me. You're cute, but I got on pants anyway, so it should be fine. But with these ducks standing here, I don't know, look up the spiritual meaning of ducks. With this divine union, it's 2 divine union cards. So this is irregardless of whether or not you feel like you have a twin flame or some sort of divine counterpart. The divine union is happening within you, the divine masculine, divine feminine. I don't know if you can, I guess they just decided to sit down. They're sitting down in the grass now. It's funny. Okay. But as I was saying, like, irregardless, within you, I'm sure you can feel this shift, like these shifting balances of like you being more heart-led, you giving in more to being still and not doing much, and being in stillness, but then also not being afraid, or more willing at least, because I still be afraid, but still doing it anyways, these divinely guided actions. It's the both of being in stillness and being in mobility, but it has to be divine. I don't know if you can hear that horn. But this is actually a conversation that I was having with my stepdad about, like, because he was really afraid of, like, well, not afraid, but he was really putting forth the idea, like, but if you don't do anything, nothing's gonna get done. If you don't do this and this and this, and how are the bills gonna get paid? And I was trying to tell him that it's not about letting go of control and not doing nothing at all. It's about both, being both. If you're constantly in that action-oriented space, there's no room for the heart. There's no room for the softness. And that's when you start to become, detached from yourself and disconnected from source. It has to be both. You can't always be like sitting and waiting and, doing nothing, you know, but sometimes it is time to sit because that's how you receive. If you're not able to sit still, if you're not listening, then how you gonna hear? It's the both. So let's see. So divine union, I feel like I can't, you know, it's nothing else to say about that, but I will get some messages because I feel like it's important. So what do you have to say about these two divine union cards that came out? So cute with these little babies. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. They came and rested by my feet. Like, I must be doing something good in the world for little ducks to come rest by me and not ask for food. La 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 la. Are these upside down? Yes. I just heard the song. I wrote a song called Boys Who Cry. I don't know. I feel like that's also like the merging of the divine masculine, divine feminine. Like the masculine needs to be able to give into the tears. Okay. Messages for the divine counterparts. Woo, that flipped out quick. Woo. It's okay. I love you with the intensity of 1,000 suns. So whoever this is from, I guess you got the message. It's the sun just came out now, and then the Lionsgate portal, if you're not watching this during Lionsgate portal, because these readings are timeless, but the heat is on, the sun is out, divine union is on. Anything else you'd like to say? Oh, I'm so sorry. The card flipped over there with the duck. Oh, Lord, now he's mad. He don't want me to touch the card. I'll just show you on the camera because the duck is like, every time I get near him, he makes a loud noise. But the card is right there next to the duck. And these are the other ones that just came and sat by me. But the card says, please don't judge me. It's by the duck. I'll let the duck have the card. I don't care. Other ones that came out. I'm stepping up, but in my own way. So this is your next message. I can't get to you soon enough. So yes, an increase in speed and mobility, like I was saying earlier. Like it's already been activated. It's just in the waters of the change. You know, like when like the blender has already been turned on, the ingredients just getting blended together. Okay, next. It's only a matter of time. It's me. What's it called? It's us against the world. I just said this. Like, it's only a matter of time. It's already been set in motion. The action the chariot has already been released. And then this is the cards, like the sun and some clouds, like coming out of the clouds, being revealed. Okay. Then we have, what is this? I'm tired of fighting, I'm coming home. I don't know how much clearer these cards can be. Look at this whole deck. All these cards don't have to do with like arriving and coming to it's literally the same. Can't get to you soon enough. It's only a matter of time. I'm stepping up. Like I'm tired of fighting, I'm coming home. Like all of these are action cards that are being set into place now. So if you've been wondering about your divine masculine or your divine feminine or your person or I don't know, somebody coming towards you, they already on the way. Last one, being apart kills me. And so it looks like, I like that I drew these little take one a day pills. So it looks like they've been trying to cope in some way, and it feels like the pills have like run out. Like whatever was keeping them at bay, whatever was blocking them or interfering them, it got to the point, and this huge black dragonfly just passed by. It's gotten to the point where there's no more left. There's no more patience left. There's no more resolve left. They can't keep up with it anymore. Like they have to leave. I'm also seeing like glimpses of that movie, what's it called? Don't Worry, Darling, with Harry Styles. I can't talk sometimes, especially I feel like when I'm channeling from the divine masculine's perspective, excuse me, their throat chakra is being more and more activated. But I'm getting like that movie Don't Worry, Darling, where like it was basically like the Stepford Wives. If y'all have ever seen that movie, the Stepford Wives, I think it's a book too, and the one with Nicole Kidman was my favorite. But it's like they became aware that they were in some sort of like programming, but they still allowed it to keep going. They allowed it to go with the flow because it was safer. And there was a scene in that movie, Don't Worry Darling, where she had completely woken up. She completely realized what was going on, and there was something happening. But then after that, they kidnapped her again and reprogrammed her. And she, I don't know if you can hear the ducks. She knew it, like subconsciously she knew it, but she still allowed it to play out. She still came home and made her husband, like I think steak or something. And then a song played and it brought it all back. And it's like, it was that breaking point where I can never go back again. Like the pills have run out. I can no longer pretend to be pretending anymore. And I feel like that's what's happened with the divine counterparts. Is there anything else that you would like me to say today? I'm hearing miracles are on the way. Miracles are on the way. Miracles are here. Divine abundance is online. The sacral chakra is being fully activated. I'm seeing a lot of orange. I don't know if you can hear that motor from all the way back there. Like stuff is going, and Spirit is just saying to expect miracles. Is what I'm hearing, and to like just do it if you ever feel called to do something. Is it all? I'm seeing something with basketballs, but I think I'll leave it there. It's very, I feel like something just rose, very intense. But thank you all for watching. Please share, comment, subscribe. If you want a personal reading, I do those. Just email me, queensensitivity1@gmail.com, or you can DM me on Instagram. And if you resonated with this and you want to donate me some money for reciprocity, for resonating with this, then you're welcome to do so too. But either way, thank you so much for your support, and I hope you can hear me. And I'll see you next time. Bye.